my scrappy friends, welcome back to my channel for another process video. This is going to be another telephone game YouTube hop that was hosted by the Secret Not So Secret Kit Club. So we were assigned teams and Maura was before me. So if you're not familiar with the telephone game hop, it was when, well, we used to play it in Girl Scouts where someone would whisper in your ear and the story once, and then you had to whisper that's what you heard or what you could even remember to the next person, and by the time it got to the very end, the story had changed pretty drastically. So what I did was, once I got Maurora's layout, I quickly looked at it. I only gave myself 5 seconds. Yep, I quickly skimmed everything and tried to retain everything that I could remember. So what I did was, I remember seeing lots of layers, and I couldn't remember if they were torn little pieces kind of circling the layout. So I kind of just took a guess and thought, you know what, let me go through my scrap bin and see what I had. So that was like the first thing that I did. And I had all these scraps, and I picked out a color combination that would work perfect for the photo. They were at a pool park, and so I wanted to get lots of blues, pinks, even craft looking paper, creams, and make that the paper that's going to layer behind my photo. Now once I had that done, I then needed to find a base piece of paper. Now if you're new to my channel or new watching me, I am notorious for taking 20-year-old supplies, revamping them, and making them look like I just bought this at the store today. And so I found this paper that reminds me a lot of Wild Whispers. It has that really slick surface background, and I thought the colors reminded me of water. In fact, it almost looked like watercoloring, and I thought that was perfect to go for the photo and the strips of paper that I'm going to be using. Now, with paper being that old, you definitely need to add support to it. So I have a ton of cardstock. Scrapbooking for 20 years, you can imagine the supply that I have saved, you know, throughout my 20 years of scrapbooking. So I don't mind grabbing a sheet, using the whole entire 12 by 12 to back up another 12 by 12 paper. It just gives it support. It doesn't make it so floppy and flimsy. And I've been doing that a lot lately when I end up using really thin background paper that I absolutely still love. So once I got that done, I then am going to kind of clean up the strips that I took from my scrap bin. And I don't want the strips to be all the same length. I don't want them to be the same width. And at first I start cutting in the same width, and I realize this, and then I kind of stop it and grab some more other scraps that were on the side. So once I do that, I grab some branding strips, and I just kind of start putting them together behind the photo. I don't really have a set reason other than I just want to have a whole bunch of strips to go behind the photo, like I think Maura did. But it's so funny, I did this layout over a month ago, and I had to load up the picture, and I had to find it because I only looked at it that one time. And so as I'm loading it up to finalize this video, I realized, oh, she had wood veneer. I didn't realize that. Oh, it wasn't, you know, little scraps of paper, it was, or strips of paper, it was literally chunks of paper. But anyways, that's the whole point of the YouTube hop. So once I get done that, I'm not going to make you guys have to watch me glue everything down. I'm really liking the way this is looking. Now, I did have from the Poolside collection a 3x4 card that had it said Endless Summer on it, and I really liked that. So what I did was I cut that all around to where it just left a little thin border of that cream going around the actual titles. And then on the other side, which was in my palm, I showed you how I had little scraps of paper. I am also known for trying to use up every little bits and pieces that I possibly can. So what I did was I took my heart punch, because I didn't have any embellishments to go with this, and I just punched out a couple of hearts. Now once that's done, I am going to have that underneath the title, and you'll see that here in a few minutes. And I only punched 3 hearts for the bottom since there is 3, but in order to carry it through the actual layout, I am going to punch out a 4th one, so that way it will be up in the cluster on the right hand side. So I do remember that Maura did have something on the right hand side. I couldn't remember if it was strips of paper, but I am going to go ahead and carry the same thing that I have on the left, which is strips of paper, and move that over to the right as well, or bring it over to the right. So I do the same thing. I just grab a couple of papers, and then when I was going through my little bits and bob bin, I did find this that was also from the Poolside collection. It was a cut apart sheet that I must have just cut apart everything, and it had a number 3 on it, and I thought that was perfect since there's 3 in the photo. I really like doing that where I don't really use numbers too often, but I try to incorporate them in my layout by the number of people that are in the photo. Once I get that done, I mean, this layout came together really, really fast, and I'm going to call this good. So definitely be sure to check the next person that is in this hop, which is Christina, who is actually the owner of the Secret Not So Secret Kit Club. I will leave a link below to her channel, so that way you can go ahead and watch what she comes up with. All right, so I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I hope you are inspired by this YouTube hop. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you over here. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future videos. Y'all have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.